Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is a complete mess right now. The CEO, Carlos Tavares, I think he's trying to be the next Elon Musk. He's pushing EVs and he's wanting to sell super high-end luxurious vehicles with Jeep, and it just doesn't match the current clientele. And it's really unfortunate because the stock's going down, sales are going down, and he's getting a raise while all this is going on. And I've been to so many Dodge dealerships and they're so stocked up. And a lot of dealerships are starting to get stocked up. Interest rates are up. And the other thing is they don't want to increase rebates. Dealers are begging for rebates. The National Dealer Council sent a letter to Carlos himself, to the CEO of Stellantis, and said, what you're doing is going to ruin this company. It's too early. Do not push these EVs. Do not do what you're doing. Just please stop. This is not going to work. Dealers are not surviving. Their floor plans are eating them alive. A lot of you know dealers finance their inventory, almost all of them. It's very rare for them to actually pay cash for the cars in their lot. So they finance the inventory and they have floor plan payments every month. And as the inventory sits, that payment will just keep increasing, especially as cars keeps coming and as interest keeps stacking. Interest is going to be super high on these loans. And it's really, really, really hard for these Dodge dealerships. And you have so many brands that they sell that are so bad. And, Fiat, like, these are not brands that sell good in the U.S. Fiat, like the Dodge Hornet, those are not good vehicles that sell in the U.S. But they do have some that sell good, but the problem is they're changing them. You have the Dodge Charger getting rid of the 392. But, yeah, it's just crazy. The new Scat Pack or whatever that came out, the EV, it's just like, what in the world are you thinking? The Model 3 performance is faster than it is, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, come on. And they're being serious. I can't believe that this is the reality of the company. They're getting rid of V8s. No more V8s. Yeah, you'll have an option of a turbo inline 6, which is still okay in the turbo land. It's an inline 6, which is more simplistic. But at the end of the day, it's still a turbo. I would much rather have a V8, especially in a Charger and especially in a truck. Give me a V8. And it's going to be probably less reliable, I would say, in the long run. Just knowing it's twin turbo, I mean, come on, from Dodge. I mean, I'm pretty scared about this one. But we'll see. We will see. And I know, diesels have turbos too. But at the end of the day, I mean, diesels can be a little bit more reliable in the long run, but also diesels, I've worked at a dealership, and when they have issues, and it's not cheap. You have all these turbos, it's going to be increased cost to repair, and it's just how it is. So it's real interesting that none of these products are selling. He's pushing EVs. He continues to get a raise. And we've been to these dealerships. You guys know the inventory is stacking. It's actually insane how high it's stacking. And the Jeep used to sell an affordable Wrangler. You used to be able to get an affordable Wrangler. Now you can't even find one. Basically in the 40s, you're lucky if you find one in the low 40s. And then you have the problem with dealerships. Yeah, they deserve more rebates from Stellantis. They really need them because they can't sell these products unless Stellantis starts giving rebates, which is going to lower their profit. And then, the CEO, Carlos, won't look as good, and they might have to let him go, which is probably what we need to get done. But, yeah, so they need to give rebates to these dealers. But, honestly, the dealers have been so bad. A lot of these dealers, not all of them, but a lot of them have been the worst of the worst. Toyota and basically a Stellantis dealership are either one, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You got to pick. It's either Toyota or Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. I don't know which one's worse, but they both have extreme markups, and they're always pretty bad on that kind of stuff. They really are, especially Toyota, but just because of the lack of inventory over at Toyota. But Dodge has the inventory, but especially on their special edition, those dealerships, I've seen $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 markups on especially some last calls, and it's really crazy because just don't do that, guys. But anyways, yeah, so it's honestly like they don't deserve it because they treat the customers so bad. A lot of these dealerships, not all of them, but yeah, Stellantis needs to increase rebates. They need to dealerships need to this is what they deserve. They buried these customers so upside down in these vehicles during the last few years. They're coming back and they can't sell them a new car. They're so buried. They know, oh crap, we sold this person a car. Now we know we ain't going to be able to get them out of that. I already know that because I had managers that joked about that stuff. And it's really not funny, but we'd be like, man, we buried this person so much we can't even get them out. And that's why I'm not a big fan of being in the car business. But not all dealerships are like that. But a lot of Dodge dealerships are. So, hey, what's going on out there is just crazy. I really can't believe it. And he's destroying this company. And I'm begging that a lot of changes happen. Don't push this EV out. Don't do it. Bring back the V8. Hopefully this is just like a 1-year thing, or I really hope it's a short-term thing and they just can rewind all this and get back to the V8, but I doubt all that's going to happen, but we'll see. And you have other manufacturers that continue to offer the V8, but it is what it is. Go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think, and hey, have a blessed day.